Okay, folks, a couple of word problems coming now with multiple triangles in sine law and cosine law. So same stuff that we looked at before, just specific questions here. The first one says, what's the length of side x in the given diagram? So we're looking for this x right here. So let's see if we can figure it out. So if we want to find x, we're going to need more than just the 9 and the 7 in this triangle. So the only thing we're going to be able to get more than that is something we have to borrow from the other triangle. And the only thing they have in common is this angle right here. So we're going to call that theta. Once we have theta, then we have a side angle side pattern where theta is our angle there, and we'll be able to use the cosine law to get x. So our second step we know we're going to be able to do is use cosine law for x. So what's the first step we have to do now to figure out what that theta is? Well, the 5 is opposite the theta, the 7 is opposite the 77, so it looks like sine law will work there. So we're going to use the sine law. Whoop, U-S-E, not U-Z. That's weird. Use sine law for theta, and then we'll be in business. So let's do the first thing. So we want sine law for theta. So we can say sine theta over 5 is sine 77 over 7. Okay, so then we're going to say that sine theta equals 5 sine 77 divided by 7. So let's see what that is. 5 sine 77 divided by 7 is 0.6960. So we have sine theta now, whoops, down here, sine theta equals 0.6960. So theta then will be the inverse sine of that. And we've got 44.1 degrees. Okay, so we know what theta is. So this angle right here then also has to be 44.1 degrees. So we're going to use our cosine law to project over there and figure out what x is. So let's see how we do that. Second step, we're going to say, jump right to the formula. Should be comfortable with that by now. C squared is a squared plus b squared, so 9 squared plus 7 squared minus 2ab cosine of angle C, which we just found to be 44.1 degrees. Alrighty. So then x squared is going to be the sum total of all that junk on the right-hand side. 7 squared plus 9 squared, just using a calculator. 2 times 7 times 9 times cosine 44.1. And that's 39.5. So I'm getting x squared here to be 39.5. So then x is going to be the square root of that. And let's see, square root of 39.5 is 6.3 units, roughly. So x is about 6.3. Problem solved. Next one, we have to figure out what the measure of angle theta is. So all I have are two sides. That's not going to do it. What can I get from the other triangle? Well, that's this common side, x. 3 sides, I can get theta using the cosine law. So the second step I'm going to do to finish this is going to be cosine law for theta. What's the first step? So how am I going to get that x over there? Well, I have this angle and I have the two sides surrounding it, so it looks like cosine law for x. So we're going to use cosine law twice, once for a side, once for an angle. So our first step, x squared is going to be equal to 15 squared plus 20 squared minus 2 times 15 times 20 times the cosine of 60 degrees. So then x squared will be equal to 15 squared plus 20 squared minus 2 times 15 times 20 cosine 60, and that's 325. So we have 325 here. So x then will be the square root of that, or roughly that. So the square root of 325 is about 18.0. So we're going to call that about 18. All right, so if that's 18, then we're going to use cosine law again in our second step here to figure out what our angle theta is down in the bottom. So we're going to say cosine theta will be equal to 29 squared plus 25 squared minus 18 squared, all divided by 2 times 29 times 25. Putting all that together, we've got cosine theta equals 29 squared plus 25 squared minus 18 squared divided by 2 times 29 times 25 Gives me a grand total of 0.7875. 76, sorry. So then theta is the inverse cosine of that. And we've got an angle of 38 degrees. So it looks like theta is about 38 degrees. So that's how we follow those same steps to solve some practice questions. 1, 2, 3 step process. That's it.